In this video, your learning goal is, I can use what I know about equivalent fractions to compare fractions. So first, let's review what equivalent fractions are. So you might remember that I could show 1/4 So there's my 1/4, but I could make an equivalent fraction by breaking it apart. So I might break it apart like this. And so I still have my 1/4, but it's also the same as 2/8. That's what equivalent fractions are. They're equal to each other. You might remember that how we find equivalent fractions is we multiply them. So when I think about, I had 1/4, and I've doubled that, or I've multiplied it by 2, and I had 4 parts to make the whole, and now I have twice as many. So I've multiplied it by 2/2, which is really just 1. And so now I have 2/8. So we're going to use that information today to help us compare fractions. Now, in the past, when you compared fractions, you used number lines or you used models. And sometimes it was a little difficult to see which one's bigger. So today we're going to find a more efficient way to do that. So for example, if I have 1/2, and then over here I have 2/3, on this, I can easily see which one's bigger, but that's not always the case. So I'm going to show you how we can make them equal parts, make equivalent fractions so that they are easily compared. So if I have my 1/2, and I know that I'm comparing it to thirds, I'm actually going to take this and I'm going to turn it so that now I have it into thirds. Okay, so what I've done now is I can see that I multiplied it by 3/3 because I split it in 3. And so now I have 1, 2, 3 out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1/2 and 3/6 are the same. Now over on my 2/3, so I'm going to draw that again. But I'm going to make it the same amount of parts over here. So you see I have 6 parts. So now I have to split this in half to get my 6 parts over on this one. So I started with 2/3. And what I've done is I multiplied it by 2/2 because I just split it into 2 parts. So that equals 1, 2, 3, 4. Or 2 times 2 is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now I can see here I have 4, 6, and over here I have 3, 6. So 4, 6 is bigger than 3, 6. It's much easier to see. All right, let's try it with another one. So this time, if I were doing 3/5 and 1/4, the first thing I would do is make my diagram. So 3/5. And over here, I'm going to make it into fourths. Okay. And now I need to make these parts the same. Even though I know this one's a little easy to tell the size, I'm going to make the parts the same to really be able to tell. So I'm going to take these fourths and put it over here. So really, I just multiplied this by 4/4. And 3 times 4 equals 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And 5 times 4 is 20. So I had 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Now over here, I have it in fourths. I'm going to split it into fifths. And so I should have 20th still. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I split it into fifths, and 1 times 5 is 5. So now I can compare 12 20ths to 5 20ths and know that this one is bigger. All right, what I would like you to do is I would like you to pause the video and try this problem. So you're going to try 2 fifths and 3 sevenths to see which one is bigger. So go ahead and solve the problem, and when you're done, you can unpause it to check if you're right. Okay, so if you are watching right now, that means you've already tried this on your paper, and you're checking to see if you're right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to shade in 2 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And I'm going to shade in 3 of them. Now I'm going to put them both on the same one because that'll make it easier for me to compare them. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I split this one into sevenths, 7 sevenths. 2 times 7 is 14, and 5 times 7 is 35. And I split this one into fifths, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, and look, so now I can see that this one is bigger. Okay, I want you to try one on your own now. I want you to try 2 6 and 6 ninths. So I want you to compare those by using equivalent fractions, and you can bring this to me when you're finished.